Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jonathan Cohn, and today I am pleased to be joined by Kyle Hanna from JumpMaster Press. Kyle, thanks so much for being here.
Well, thanks. It's early morning, but it's going to be a fun day.
I appreciate it. So we're going to talk about some of your books that you've written, but we're also going to talk about your work for JumpMaster Press as a publisher. So first I want to know, how did you and Gene Rowley come up with the idea for JumpMaster Press?
Well, it goes back about 20 years. We met about 20 years ago in the Army, and he worked for me doing budget stuff and whatnot in the Army. Fast forward, I was getting ready to get rid of my third publisher because it just wasn't working out. And he was finishing up his first book. This was 2018. And he asked me, he goes, "How do I publish this? What do we do?" And I said, "Well, I can tell you what not to do," because I had learned all these lessons the hard way. So he said, "Well, write it down." So I made a nice list, and he goes, "Okay, we'll just do it ourselves and not do any of that." And JumpMaster Press was born, and here we are 7 years later. We've got just under 40 authors worldwide, including a couple of celebrity authors. And it's just been one race after another to get it out there, and we've learned, and it's been a fun ride.
So can you tell us what your role specifically at the publisher is and what that looks like on a regular basis?
I have several roles. I am the vice president, the editor-in-chief, the CFO, and the logistics guy, to put it mildly. Gene handles all the interior graphics, the cover art, all the major decisions, the business analytics, all that stuff. So it is indeed a 100% partnership, and it's fantastic. I'm lucky enough to be retired from the Army, so this is what I do all day, every day. I edit, I write, I do social media, I schedule the conventions we go to. It keeps me busy and out of trouble, as I tell my wife.
Now, you guys do something that I don't see a lot of publishers do, which is you have a ton of different genres. You have everything from cozy mystery to more of the sci-fi and stuff. Mm-hmm. Why did y'all choose to have such a wide swath of genres?
We set out a goal to be a full-fledged publisher, and there's nothing wrong with being a niche publisher, but we wanted to cover all the bases. So yeah, we will pretty much look at anything other than erotica and poetry, but we have children's books, thrillers, mysteries, sci-fi, fantasy, time travel, historical fiction. We are a full-fledged, no-crap publisher, and that's what we set out to be.
So, but you also write books
Yes.
For the publisher.
Mm-hmm.
You specifically have written one series called the Terran Coalition with books like Ex Uno Plura and E Pluribus Unum. Can you tell us what the pitch is for that series?
It's a mill sci-fi. I've been working on something over the last several years. I wanted to do kind of a human versus human and human versus alien story. And the original plan was to have 4 books, a 2-book set, pretty much the 2 books that came out, and then another 2-book set that ran the same timeline, just different stories, as a space western out on the rim of human space. And what I ended up doing was combining all of those into just 2 books, because trying to balance the concurring timelines, it got to be a headache. There was spreadsheets galore for me trying to keep the events together. So I just ended up combining them all. Ex Una Plura from one many tells of human exploration into space and the fracturing of the human spirit into isolationist once we discover alien races, and the expansionist who wanted to continue to go out. So that leads to a falling out. And then E Pluribus Unum from many one sees humanity coalescing to fight a greater threat. So I hope you get a little bit of the humanity, out of it. You get the space battles. You get some space western with Marshall Busby out on the frontier. It's got a lot of different elements, and I hope you enjoy it.
Now, with that series, did you have to do a lot of research for it, or did you actually just kind of make stuff up as you went along?
Mostly making stuff up. That's why I like to do the sci-fi a lot, is I don't have to necessarily do the research. It's on an alien planet, so I get to do world building. It's, the starship battles. So I get to make up these, what I think might be cool maneuvers in space to, really enthrall the reader. There are several books where I have to do a ton of research. If it's a terrestrial detective story, I have one of those set in Savannah. So I'm all the time on Google Earth looking at streets to make sure, hey, I took a right turn on this street, and anyone who lives in Savannah can go, oh yeah, he got that right. Hopefully.
So that's not your only series that you hinted at. You also have your Time Assassins book series, which when we were talking beforehand, you said is like the one of the big ones that you like to pitch to people. What can you tell us as your pitch for that series?
Well, that one involved a lot of research because it is a alternate history time travel with a twist. So most alternate history books will bring you to a point and say, what if? Well, I reverse that. What if our history started off as an alternate timeline? The assassins send people back in time to fix events into our actual history. So as you're reading the trilogy, you're actually getting a history lesson wrapped up in an action-adventure story. So talking about the research, I spent 6 to 9 months on each of the 3 books to make sure everything that I was writing was accurate, down to the clothing, the architecture, the weapons used, dialect in some cases. And the people who have read it have absolutely loved it. And I am very grateful that it is, 12 years later after the first release, it's still one of my best sellers and very popular. So thank you guys for that.
So your publisher has some books coming out later this year and next year. Can you tell us what some of those titles will be? We've
got available now Sovereign and the Saint, which is a follow-up to a Sovereign Fourth, a dragon story we released a couple of years ago. We have another murder mystery that'll be out in September. Deadly Impressions, I think, is the title. Philip Ligon's got a new steampunk that'll be out probably early next year. I hope to have book 2 of my detective story out later this year. I'm co-writing it with one of our other authors who has vampire books, vampires and werewolves, and at least 1 or 2 of her next ones will be out. We're trying to release at least one a month. In addition to, we have something we call the Black Spine books. And these are the classics in black with white lettering. It's all on black paper with almost embossed white print. We call it real life dark mode. You can check out those at JumpMasterPress.com. And we're releasing a new classic each month in addition to everything our authors are putting out. We've got Dragonsworn by Kay Anders that'll be out later this year. Larkspur from Angel LaPointe. It's kind of a superhero origin story, sci-fi-ish. It's very entertaining as well. So kids books, we've got another kids book that'll be out later this year as well. So lots of stuff coming out, and we're just trying to keep our readers entertained.
And if people want to follow JumpMaster Press for upcoming releases, where should they go?
We post darn near every day on Facebook, Instagram, and X. If you're into audiobooks, we have a YouTube channel. Join for free and listen for free. We have a TikTok channel that is going to be ramped up over the next several weeks into a full-blown thing. We've just brought on a couple of social media people to do a much better job than I've been doing. So I'm looking forward to seeing what those ladies bring to the table.
And if people want to follow you specifically online, where should they go?
I have a writer's page, R. Kyle Hanna Writer, on Facebook, but everything I do is on the JumpMaster Press social media and JumpMasterPress.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the channel.
Well, thanks for the opportunity, and I hope everybody has a great day.
And until next time, I'm Jonathan, and thank you for watching.